You should change your strings every 3 months or when they just start to feel like the tone isn't there anymore, because they can get dirty, your sound won't be as good, and they become a lot more frail. You don't want a string snapping. You can change your strings by hand, but it makes it a lot easier if you have cutters and a string winder. When changing the strings on a classical string or nylon string guitar, you'll want to tune the tuning pegs to the left in order to loosen the strings. As the string gets looser, you can pull up on it in order to ease it coming out. Once your low E is off, go ahead and loosen your high E string. This makes sure that the tension on the neck stays balanced. And then you'll go back to the next lowest string. To make the process easier, you can use a tool like a string winder to get the string off faster. Simply place the tuner inside the tool and crank away. Once the strings are loosened, go over to the bridge and simply undo the rest of the knot. Pull it right through. Take this opportunity to clean off the guitar, including the body, the fingerboard, and the headstock. Use a guitar polish and cleaner, which you can find at most music stores, and spray it onto a cloth. It's important to clean the individual frets, as a lot of grime and oil gets on there from your fingers. Make sure to clean the frets themselves too. When stringing the nylon string guitar, you'll see the strings labeled 1 through 6, 1 being the thinnest and 6 being the thickest. Let's start off with the thickest one, the low E. Take the string and thread it through the bridge, bring it around, tighten it together, and tie a knot and bring it under there for a secure knot. Now, let's go to the high E string, thread that through. Once the strings are tied to the bridge, bring them up and thread them through the tuners. Bring it under, and then over. To tighten it, tune the peg to the right. While doing this, it's a good idea to make sure that the string moves away from the center of the headstock in order to create enough room for the strings. You can help this by holding on to the string and allowing it to thread in that direction. While you're tightening the string, make sure that it lines up in the indentation between the headstock and the fingerboard. Okay. Once your lowest string is on, move on to the high E, the highest string on the guitar, in order to maintain the tension in the neck. Take the string, thread it through, bring it under and over. Again, to tighten it, for this one, you're going to want to tighten it away from the middle of the headstock so that the string begins to wind toward the right. When you're done, go ahead and trim off the ends of the strings, but not too close to where they're threaded through. When you're done attaching your strings, you can head on over to the tuning video to learn how to tune your guitar.